Hey guys, Occasional Gamer here. Welcome back to the fourth installment of this hacking series. If this is the first time you have joined me, I am on the way to creating a very shoddy website, a very vulnerable one, which essentially I can just have a play around with and learn some hacking stuff on the way. Um, we're purposely making it shit, so it's going to be very easy to break into at the start, and then hopefully we can build on it, and later on it's going to be some kind of somewhat of an educational series in, for those that don't know much about security. I'm certainly no expert, but this is the whole point of the series. I'm kind of just learning as I go when I get the spare time. I have been toying with some real life websites virtually in a virtual environment, but I feel funny sharing them on YouTube and saying, "Oh, this is how you hack a bank in China." I feel a bit mean, and I don't think it's something I should really be putting up on YouTube. So I thought, why not make my own website? Um, so this is what it's looking like at the minute. There we go. There's our pretty homepage. Um, we've literally got a search bar which we created in the last part. So as you can see, we were writing hammer. Click search now. We get hammer. We get the price. Go back. Perfect. So completely pointless, yes. But essentially, this search bar later will give us the ability to kind of hack into our database just simply from this search bar. The part I did not record was a sign up form. So I actually did this the other night. Just whacked up a quick form. I was actually going to make this entire video the other night, but I made the form and then I had to go shoot off. So that didn't happen, but I left it. We got the form ID, which is the sign up. So this is what we're calling the form. So the entire form is valued as the sign up. The action is a script's new sign up, which I've created here, but I haven't actually, it's a blank page. So I haven't actually made that yet. Method post. So I spoke about this briefly last time, and whenever we're dealing with sensitive information, you want to send the method it must be set as post. Get can just cause a ton of problems. We have input type of text where the username will go. Input type as password, which again I spoke about last time, which creates the little black circles that we're used to seeing when we type in a password, so it doesn't appear in plain text. The name, user, password. Then we've got first name, last name. We've got an email placeholder, not a placeholder, sorry. We've got an email type, so an input type of email, and an email means that the form won't submit unless the form recognizes that there is an @ symbol or an @ logo. And then we have the submit. We're going to call it register, and we're going to actually, the visual of the button will say sign up. So, to give you an idea what that looks like, we have a very, 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 very awful looking sign up. So, to give you an example, there's a password, there's our plain text, and then the email address is dddd, but if I click sign up, that's blank, so it won't. Now if we click sign up, please include an @ there we go, please include an @ in the email address. dddd is missing an @ so that's great, that works. So now we need to create our sign up. So when this is submitted, the new sign up form will appear. So you imagine when you click login on Facebook, it clicks login, that gets sent to basically it executes a script straight away. So the second we click sign up or login, executes a script, and then this is the type of script that we're going to be doing now. So of course it has to be PHP. Oh, I didn't see that little one at the bottom. I'm going to say include connection.php and close it with that, like you do with everything PHP. And we are now going to say, so I'll type it out and then I will explain. Oh my god, if I could type it out right. Let's go with caps. Right, so in brief, if our server has a method requested that's equivalent to post, so when we click our sign up and we click submit, tick, it'll go method post, and then this page will be like, oh, some post has been happening. Right, so this can get a little repetitive. So let's call it, should we call it let's go with let's just go with username. Oh wait, is that that's a global variable. That's a global variable in our connection PHP. So let's call it new username. That'll do. Yeah, that sounds good. Got my username equals MySQLi. Is real escape on here? Do I have to type it all out? Real escape. And then it's going to say con. So for those of you that have been watching, that is our connection string. Post, blah, blah. Right, so I can kind of cheat here. And how many times do we now need this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do it 5 times. Right, it'll make sense. Ah, shit. My so got new username, new password, new first name, new last name, and new email. So is that everything? So we've got username, password, first name, last name, email. Yep, that's perfecto. And then it would help if we finished all these off. Right, so you will notice I've left these blank. And these reflect what these are. So name, so we've got username. They should really be the same. Username. I will have to check this a couple of times just to ensure that I've done it right. Username, user password, then I've got first name, last name. First name, last name. So quite obviously, if I get any of these, if any of these are misspelt, sorry, then quite clearly the form will have no idea what's going on. And then that was just called email. Boom. Right, and then halfway down here, we're gonna say so if is set. And what's got to be set? What's got to be set? So if post is set, then do this. And then this is where we actually run our query. So we're going to have to say insert equals. So this is us now creating another query, but this time it's going to be SQL based. So we've got to say insert into users, because users is our user column. And then we have username, wait a second, it's gonna get confusing, isn't it? This isn't, wait, maybe I should just for continuity, I'm gonna actually change these. Let me swap back over here. It'll make sense as to why I've done that. If you've got no idea why I did that, it will make sense. Something tells me I should be doing the variables here. So as I type this, I know that on the first one I've added apostrophes, and then on the rest I've completely missed them. That is intentional, and it isn't what you do. But I often have trouble remembering exactly how the SQL statements work. So I'll get the entire page query right, and it'll run. It'll show no errors. But then there's quite often I find that the SQL doesn't actually insert, and I've got a feeling that's going to happen now, which is fine because, like I've said 1,020 times, I'm certainly no expert at this, so it's beneficial for you guys if any of you are new users or beginners to learn from my mistakes. You often get a lot of coders online, and they'll just slamming code, and then you've got no idea what's going on, and you have to just copy and then be like, yes, I made something. I reckon I'm rocking too many if statements here. So if insert is true, then we will. I don't like the look of this. Okay, guys. So what I'm asking it to do is I'm basically saying that is definitely wrong. So it's gonna throw an error here, but that's fine. I'm gonna have to play around with it because for the life of me, I can't remember how to even do an insert statement correctly. Insert into username, user password, user first name, user blah 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 blah. Hang on, let's take them out for now. I can't remember whether something tells me. So you can basically, what I'm trying to say is, obviously it underlines here. When I click it, it underlines the actual associated variable. But there are people as well that would, instead of using, so it's basically saying, sorry, I'll actually finish the sentence. The insert variable is insert into users, which is our user column in our database. You can't see it, but in English, insert into users where the username, user password, first name, last name, and email. So insert into those columns, and the values that are going to be inserted into them are stored in new username variable, that variable, that variable. So what's stored in this variable is the new username. And where's the new username coming from? It's coming up from here. So whatever's stored in here is going to register into here. and then that's going to be placed in here, and then it's going to put in the database. Hopefully that made a little bit of sense. I can put an else statement there. Should I? Else echo go away. See what happens. Right, so new sign up. So essentially now we should go to the sign up page. We're gonna go A, click sign up. So that's a good sign. So do you want Google Chrome to save your password? So that's brilliant. So I'm gonna click never. And it's the fact that it's come here again, it's saying that it recognizes that a post connection's been made. It's hopefully run this statement, and then if it's run that statement, transfer us back to the home page, which it's done. The way to now test whether it's actually worked, and just by looking at this, I don't think it has. We had 100 users in here. I've just tried to do it, and it has come back to our SQL database, and it's only found 100 records here. So because we've just inserted one, it should say 101. So something isn't right. So I'm going to go back over here, and I'm now going to try and put these into apostrophes. Now again, I could be playing with this for the next half hour, and for anybody that is familiar with this kind of stuff is going to spot why it doesn't work right away. Okay. Refresh that, go A. So it's refreshed again, so it is certainly running it. Let's refresh this. Done it. 101 total. Boom. So whoa, why is it? Should that be there? That should not be there. So we've got A, so that's brilliant. But why the hell does that show like that? Have I done something else by mistake? So somehow I've like kind of inserted column headings there. That's awkward as fuck. If I go sign up again, so obviously I've signed up. So essentially now I'm a user. I haven't got a login page yet. Usually people do that first, but I've done it backwards. But quite obviously, later on we'll talk about sessions and that kind of thing, if I even want to get into that, and that basically holds a user. It keeps them logged in. So I'm going to go sign up again, and this time I'm going to go B, sign up, and now I'm going to see if it's actually added. Oh no, it hasn't. I've got no idea what this is there for. Maybe after every 100 it gets new column headings. That's what I'm going to go with. Brilliant. So that's that sorted. Right, so we have now done our sign-up form. As I said, I'm not even going to edit around the bits that I've did wrong. I have a very basic understanding of web development, a very basic grasp of PHP. My true passion lies with cybersecurity, so I focus a hell of a lot more time on that kind of stuff. I just thought it'd be fun to kind of try and craft this website in the meantime, so I can just hack the shit out of it later. So yeah, the reason they weren't going in is simply because I was missing out the apostrophes. Because the user ID in our database is set to auto increment, they add automatically 101, 102. They'll just go on forever and ever. That, I think, is going to be it for this part. In the next part, I am going to look at setting up a quick login form. Eventually, I might look around with actually doing something a bit nicer than this, because it looks pretty shit at the minute. But we've got our search page. We have now got our sign up page, which works, which is great. Right, guys, that's going to be it for this part. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And I shall see you in the next part.